Greetings, one and all, and welcome to some more Warhammer 40K lore. I'm the Mick, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the Sisters of Battle. Now, the Sisters of Battle are one of, if not my absolute favorite part of the Imperial forces. Who doesn't love a bunch of absolutely badass women trained to the absolute peak of human efficiency, strapped into power armor, that are zealously devout to the God Emperor? The Sisters of Battle are the military arm of the Ecclesiarchy, and were founded during the Age of Apostasy, and they started on this little tiny backwater planet known as San Lior. This is where they were first known as the Daughters of the Emperor. Just another, cult dedicated to the God Emperor. And trust me, the more you learn about 40k, you'll understand that cult is kind of an understatement for a lot of these things. When they were found by the original part of the Ecclesiarchy, which again, a cult dedicated to the God Emperor, they were eventually renamed to the Brides of the Emperor by a man named Goj Vandire, who was in charge of the Ecclesiarchy at the time. Goj Vandire used the Brides of the Emperor as his own personal army. They were his most loyal followers, and he also used them for other things that I don't think YouTube would really like me discussing here. So I'll let your imagination take over for a bit there. Got it? Yeah. Eventually, with the Adeptus Astartes and the Mechanicus on Mars, the Brides of the Emperor were convinced of Vandire's treachery, and after Vandire's death, they found their place more officially in the God Emperor, doing what they do best, which is rooting out heresy and purging it and crushing Xenos scum. As one does in just a regular Tuesday for the God Emperor. The Sisters of Battle also serve as a loophole for the Ecclesiarchy, as the Ecclesiarchy can no longer have any men under arms. See what they did there? All-female group? Yeah, you're smart enough to figure that out. The command was brought down to limit the power that the Ecclesiarchy had, since when they ruled most of the Empire, they were forcibly taking tithes from anybody under their control, whether that be money, taking you in as forced labor, or just simply killing you because since you can't afford to pay us, you're obviously a heretic. Similar to the Space Marines, the Sisters of Battle have ceramite armor and adapted bolter weapons, along with a wide array of other heretic-slaying weaponry. Though they do lack the gene seed and all of the other implants that Space Marines have. Similarly to the Space Marines, the Sisters are also raised from infancy to know nothing but worshipping the God Emperor and fighting in his name. In fact, they do see slaying heretics and spreading the Imperial Creed as the same exact thing. There's no time that this is more evident than when they are in battle, where their intense, excessive training is combined with singing hymns and shouting prayers at the top of their lungs to the Emperor. And they use these battle cries to bolster their spirit to fight. In fact, shrugging off damage just by using their love and devotion to the God Emperor as probably their main source of armor. I mean, they're so devout and so religious, they have tanks that are giant organs, like, the instrument with the big tubes on it, and as they stroke the keys, rockets fly out of the tubes. It's practically like if the Vatican decided to say, fuck it, let's just do another crusade, but this time using war crimes. Also, within the Sisters of Battle, some of them are lacking the appropriate amount of faith or some level of wavering conviction. These sisters are then stripped of their armor and weapons and strapped directly to the front of large battle mechs, and then forced to be sent into battle as they are pumped full of just various chemicals that drive them further into the fray, but they are still feeling every ounce of pain that they receive while out there. Granted, this wouldn't be 40k if there wasn't some kind of grimy, dirty, smudged, silver, grayish lining. If they somehow do manage to survive all this, they are brought back into the fold of their sisters. These nuns with guns are so badass that even death doesn't stop them. Many of the dead sisters go on to become saints that represent the greatest joy of mankind, which of course, as we all know, is dying in the service of the Emperor. Having a fellow sister die by their side just pushes the remaining sisters of battle to drive even harder and push the enemy back even further to their absolute limits. Basically, the Sisters of Battle are nuns with near unwavering devotion, trained to the peak of human performance, and given enough weapons and prayer that it would make the Swiss Guard look like a bunch of 90-pound teens questioning their faith. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. If there are any other 40k groups that you'd like me to cover, or anything else you'd like to see on this channel, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to catch more of this, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.